we've got the Snow College pregame, so we look forward to a game from Valley and Monticello right here. And we will take care of, we're going to ask Nate. We got Nate Thatcher. We got Nate Thatcher here with us tonight. He's going to take care of the Monticello starters for us.
Yeah, so for Monticello, they're going to be starting number 1, Easton Young, number 2, J.D. McDonald, Tommy Sheeran, Landon Ewert, and Donovan Atwood. All are having great seasons so far.
And the coach for the Monticello Buckaroos is Coach Kais, Joshua Kais. Look forward to seeing how the Buckaroos come out on this one. And we move on to the Valley Buffaloes. Starting for the Valley Buffaloes, we've got number 1, McCoy Harris. Number 4, Tyler Bonham. Number 5, Cooper Chamberlain. Number 20, Johnny Cox. And number 32, the big man inside, Brett Heaton. And they are coached by Owen Hoyt. And we take a look. I don't know that Valley's matched up against them this year. In that Snow College pregame, you've got Monticello that's 1-11, lost 9. Valley that's 1-15 and lost 7.
Yeah, I think the big difference, though, is going to be the points allowed and points scored for both of these squads. Monticello averages about 51 a game. Valley averages points allowed 42 points a game, but they're scoring about 60 per contest. So I think this should be an interesting matchup.
Take a look, see how it goes. We've got Valley Monticello was a little bit offensive tip. They had 3 across the line there, and they get the tip. They're going to be in black, going to left, trimmed in their orange. Nice drive to the hoop right there by Sheeran. Valley came out, allowed him to go baseline.
Yeah, that was just way too easy if you're Valley. Really easy for Tommy Sheeran to just dive right in and get the shot he wanted.
Monticello coming out in a 2-3 zone. Valley working the ball up top. They've got high post McCoy Harris. Get the kick out to Cooper Chamberlain there on the left side. Left lane line. Cooper brings it around. Cooper Chamberlain to the right side. Back to McCoy, who's working the high post here against the 2-3 zone. And we've got a whistle inside as they came down on Cooper. Cooper drove down into that, trying to get to the drop lane, drop zone, not able to get there. Valley kicks around up top and gets the ball out to Coy and kick it over to Cooper. 4-3 off, but Johnny's there on the backside and drops it in.
Great job that time getting the second look for Johnny.
And Valley working in their 1-2-2 zone. Ball goes skipping across. They 2-guard it, does Monticello. And the ball's kicked back court, and that'll be back court on Monticello. Valley, they are in their home whites as they're the higher seeded team. Trimmed in black, got a little gray down the sides, and a little bit of orange trimming them as well. And they're going to head down here and work against. Monticello's going to stay in the zone this possession. 2-2's your score, 6:53 left in the first quarter.
I got to say, 1A boys basketball has some of the best uniforms I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Johnny Cox from the left corner, and it's off. Cooper Chamberlain knocks it out of bounds. Monticello ball heading back the other way. Coach Owen Hoyt calls for the X. Let's see what X equals. It looks like a 1-3-1. We're going to go just above half court. Monticello goes into a 2-on-2, and the official stops the clock because the shot clock had not started. It's a challenging thing that officials stop it as the defense had made a change in the possession. They were waiting for Monticello to have to recalibrate, and that really fouls things up that the official has to stop it for that shot clock and shorten it by 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's hard to see, especially if you're pulling up that defensive scheme, because the point of it is to catch the offense off guard, and when you do that, you're negating the entire purpose.
Exactly. Monticello quick down the left corner, off. Rebound Valley. Coy Harris is going to bring it down the right side. Kicks it over to Cooper. Cooper looks inside to Brett. He sizes up against Sharon. Goes up with a head fake. Left hand finish. Bucket by Brett Heaton inside. And they're going to stick with this 1-3-1. They're going up just above half court. Monticello kicks it up over the top in that 2-on-2. Feeds it back down. And he gets fouled for the and one is Landon Ewert. We'll knock that down. We're going to go to the Larson Ace Hardware free throw line right here for the first time tonight.
That was a great move to defeat that 1-3-1. I think they found the perfectly correct spots on the floor to get exactly what they wanted, and it ended up being great for Landon Ewart, who just was able to score right and drive right to the basket.
Got it up over the top. Good to see there. And Ewart missed that first one, but it's going to go out of bounds on Valley's Johnny. Couldn't quite gather it up. Goes out. And so Valley will be on baseline out of bounds defense. Bryce Zion Campground, glad to support the Buffaloes. Monticello gets it in on the right side, swings up across the top, back to the corner. And it is up for three and good from that corner. Easton Young knocks that one down.
It's our first Bryce Canyon City three of the game, and it came at a great time, great location, wide open shot for Easton, able to knock it down.
Valley gets the ball reversal back around and then throws it away up on top. Easton loses the handle as he coming down the floor. Just dribbles it back out. Monticello spreads out the 4 out and 1 in. Easton just chucks it across over to Ewart. Ewart gets blocked by Brett Heaton. He walls up well.
That was going to be an easy 2 for Easton, but he lost the ball there on that transition bucket.
Cooper Chamberlain kicks it out to Barrick. Barrick back to Chamberlain. Barrick on the right side for 3. Off. McCoy Harris gathers it up, but it's stolen back. Right there by Atwood. Ewart into the drop zone, up and over the top, and gets a nice finish.
I really like his finishing ability so far and being able to drive to the basket and get what he wants.
And we've got a timeout. Valley Buffaloes, the score is 4 Valley, Monticello 9. Monticello out quick. And we'll go to.
And this is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
The Alton Coal development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal. Their diesel repair is located in Orderville, Utah. Need that oil changed or that engine tuned up? Give Tyler a call for all of your service and repair needs. Wishing the Buffaloes the best in the postseason.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
Welcome back to 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com. All right, Monticello's working that 2-3 zone. Valley had the timeout. Coach Hoyt calls that timeout.
It's good.
They dump it in. Monticello with the steal. We've got him going coast to coast. And it's up and in. Nice finish by Tommy Sharon. He gets the steal on the right side, goes the whole way, all on his own, gets that finish over the top of Valley.
Yeah, Sharon and Ewart have already proven in this first quarter that they have great driving ability, and they have 2 buckets showing so.
Coy Harris uses the pump fake, left side finish. 2 points get Buffaloes 6-11. Valley 6, Monticello's 11. Valley's up, working in that 1-3-1. Now they've sucked it back to half court a little bit as Young works around it. And we've got Sharon. He gets the touch back to Young. Atwood flashes high, and there goes Young with the dump pass. And at the shot clock went off. It seemed like an odd shot clock.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but it seemed like it was a little quick.
Yeah, I don't know that it got reset, but it looks like we've got a foul on Brett Heaton. I believe that'll be his first. And so from the toughest spot on the floor, but Valley allows the inbounds pass down through the corner. A nice little dump, but it's missed. Brett Heaton gets the rebound. Connor Chamberlain brings the ball up the floor. And I keep calling him Connor, but it's Cooper. Right? His older brother gets in my head, but Cooper Chamberlain brought it before. I apologize. Cooper will do better. So we've got Maxwell Construction. They do an excellent job. Love the Buffaloes, supporting them. We've got a baseline out of bounds. Johnny Cox comes back in the game. Brett Heaton's going to take a seat. So we got Jace Cox in the game, Warren Spencer, Coy Harris, and Cooper Chamberlain. He kicks it out to Jace. Jace on that left corner, and he gets tangled up a little bit, throws it out ahead, and then Monticello just goes ahead and throws it back to Valley, so McCoy will get it Bring it back across half court. They'll reset that possession. Ball goes left side to Cooper. Cooper gives a little head fake. McCoy flashes high and gets out. Johnny Sison on the offside, doesn't get the catch. McCoy for three, and it is off. Jace Cox and Johnny Cox going up. Johnny gets blocked, tipped out there by Ewart. Gathered up by Sharon. Young's going to bring it down. And Valley's communicating where they want to be. They were a little bit lost on that defense. It looks like they go man. Young steps up, knocks down a 15-footer from the right junction. Got into that man. They went 1-4 high and able to adjust against it.
Yeah, both of Young's makes have come from wide open looks. If I'm Monticello moving forward, you want to try and limit that.
Yeah, the 2-3 zone of Monticello still going at it. Warren Spencer kicks it over to Cooper. Cooper comes to the right side. McCoy just up the pro lane. And Cooper for three from the right wing, and it is off. And that is tipped by Sharon over to J.D. McDonald. J.D. McDonald kicks it over to him, so now Young brings it up, kicks it to Ewart there on the left side, down on the left corner. Nice cut by Atwood and finish. Beautiful ball movement, coming straight to the ball. Good pass.
Yeah, Atwood's got a wide open look down in the post. I think he's got a good size and physicality, and he has to take advantage of that moving forward.
And Cooper brings the ball down the floor. McCoy flashes high post. Johnny sizing up. Jace doesn't get it to him. Jace takes a dribble over, back over to Cooper to the right side, and the ball's tipped loose by Young and McDonald. Johnny goes and cleans it up. We got 15 seconds left on the shot clock as Warren kicks it down to Cooper, who is down in the east wing area. Flub over the top. Johnny sealed, which allowed that lob to go to McCoy. McCoy misses that up and in. Johnny tries to kick it out, and Young's right there, steal it and go up and lay that ball up. And that's two more for the Buckaroos as they have come out defensively, tearing it up 17-6. And Coach Hoyt wants another timeout, and we will go to it as we go from this is 1A State Championship Basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
If you've ever visited Bryce Canyon National Park, you know that it's nothing short of magical. Recognizing the need to protect such a place, the Bryce Canyon Association was created more than 60 years ago to help provide funding for the park. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary national treasure, we invite you to be a part of the Bryce Canyon Association by making a donation, be it small or large. Together, we ensure that Bryce Canyon National Park stays magical.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon City Half Marathon and 1aball.com. They tried to bring Tyler Bonham back in the game, but after the 15-second buzzer, so he stays at the check-in table for the Valley Buffaloes. Monticello comes out of the timeout, staying in a 2-3 zone. Valley working, changing, get it down to Johnny Cox. They get double team, kick it out to Warren. Warren swings around, ball reversal up to Jace on the top. Cooper gets the catch there on the left side. Coming over to McCoy. McCoy's going to penetrate to the drop zone up, and he's blocked by Ewart. Ewart steps up in that 2-3 zone from that Superman position, able to block.
Fantastic defense by Ewart. Just stay straight. Don't lean into the guy that's trying to shoot the ball, and he was able to make a great defensive play.
He goes man, and Monticello drops into flex. Flex screen, not the catch they wanted, but Ewart goes up for three, and Jace gathers the rebound. Cooper's going to bring the ball down the right side of the floor. He's got McCoy there in the corner. Jace is going to size up on the block. Johnny's up top, still in the zone a little bit. There's McDonald. Then they switch out, Jace and Johnny. Johnny size up right block. Warren's going to drop down in. He's in the short corner and pops out to the corner. He finds Jace on the left block, and he drop steps. Fader misses air balls as it was defended well.
Yeah, that's a tough shot to make, especially when you're on the baseline and you move your pivot foot to the foot that's closest to the baseline, because then you're shooting away from the basket and almost behind the backboard. Tough shot, tough look.
Monticello trying to get their flex offense started. They come up, can't get it moving right, so they come to the ball screen. They refuse it, kicks it back. McDonald's there on the right wing, kicks it to Ewart. Now kick it back on top back to Young. Coach Kais makes an adjustment. Young just uses a crossover against Warren, gets him up in the air, and finishes. And they're going to come up with a little bit of pressure to end that first quarter. It is 6-19, Monticello lead, and this is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Sports Radio and 1aball.com.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit brycecanyoncityut.gov.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at brycecanyonhalfmarathon.com. Race scheduled for July 15th.
Color Country Outfitters, based in Alton, Utah, with first-class accommodations in our spacious rustic lodge and world-class mule deer. We've been hunting the famed Quanskunk unit for over 25 years. Check us out at colorcountryoutfitters.com and happy hunting.
This is state championship basketball brought to you by Dr. Rob Barrick Dental on KSLSsports.com. And we'd like to welcome KSLSports.com. We'd like to welcome the Mid-Utah radio listeners on 101. 100.1 FM.
Close enough.
Welcome to the game. And as Valley has started out slow, Monticello not so slow. It is 6-19. Valley is 6. Monticello is 19. And we've got a foul here on Monticello. No, on Valley. Down here. It looks like Cooper Chamberlain will get his first foul. And Young was up at the wrong line when the official gave him the ball.
Yeah, McDonald's over on the...
McDonald, yeah, there we go.
I don't know what line that represents.
It's a volleyball line.
It's a volleyball line.
Yeah, the volleyball out of bounds line. So
hey, what's a shorter free throw?
He was looking at it. They got him a line. McDonald misses that first. And it was all Monticello that first quarter. Snow College is a great sponsor of the Valley Buffaloes. We appreciate all they do. Southern Utah title. We're at the Larson's Ace Hardware Legacy free throw line where McDonald missed both of them. Cooper Chamberlain going to come down the middle of the floor, picked up in that 2-3 zone by Young. They look for the pass down into Jace, kicked it out to Barrick. Barrick gets roughed up a little bit by Young. Barrick gathers it back up. I'm going to kick Barrick over the left wing. Johnny sizing up down on the block, left block. Jace sets a little high screen on the zone. Johnny flashes high. Jace stops right block. And he's going to use a power dribble, come up over the top of his right shoulder, misses. Gathers up the ball, and they're going to come up with a jump ball as Jace did a good job of not coming through the back of Tommy Sharon, who was in front of him, but he didn't box him out either.
Yeah, that's hard to try and get back into a game when you aren't controlling the basic shots down in the post. So I think if you're Valley, you really want to try and get back to winning as the higher seed. You got to start winning the game down in the post.
Valley's going to extend this trap up. There he comes Barrick. He's got a chance for the left side, and he misses. And here comes Young going the other direction. Now the press just a little late getting back. Got a head fake, but on the head fake, he uses his feet, and he gets a travel. And that is Sharon, who got just a little bit fast. So Tyler Bonham is number 4. I've been calling him Barrick. Sorry about that.
And Bonham had a great look. He had a steal, a good open look in transition to cut the lead down, but he wasn't able to convert last time.
They dump it into Brett Heaton there on the right block, immediately coming down. Uses a power dribble, comes in, gets fouled. And he is going to head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. That's just the first foul on Donovan Outwood. Brett Heaton raises up, knocks the first one down. Coach Hoyt brings McCoy Harris down. Communicates a little bit what they're looking at. Score is 7-9. Monticello is leading this one with 6:44 left to go in the second quarter. And Brett Heaton knocks down his second free throw at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. McDonald kicks it over to the left side. Sharon can't get the handle. Valley, 3 Buffaloes come up. Cooper gets a little too excited. He looks to McCoy, but Young is in his way, and that gets him to where he can't get the ball on the floor. Gets travel.
Yeah, that's been the story of the game so far. You mentioned at the beginning of this quarter how Monticello's just been able to be just enough disruptively on defense to just kind of throw Valley off, and we saw that as Valley was trying to push in transition.
Hunter Barrick's gotten a lot of airtime, but he actually comes in the game now as I had mistaken Tyler Bonham for Hunter Barrick's. Hunter Barrick's in the game for Valley. And they're going to go 1-4 high is Monticello. They come over the right side. Don't like it. Kick to the left side. And they kind of drop their post down in. Still don't like it. They kick out to Young, and he misses off the three. But Johnny's right there, raises above everybody, and pulls that one down.
Good look for Young. So far his shots have only come from wide open looks. So he knows when to take shots and most of the time how to put them down. That one just didn't go through.
Barrick into Heaton. Heaton getting into the middle, raise up, and they've got him for a travel. Had a little extra hop there. Felt like he got bumped, but nonetheless, feet got moving. It's Monticello ball.
Yeah, it's always going to be physical down in the paint, and I think especially if you want to get back into this game, you have to understand your footwork. Make sure that you're staying down low. You understand when's the last time you took a step so you can get a shot up and it counts.
Monticello comes up when really in a 1-3-1. They're going to go a short corner and then three across the top, so they got a high post as Valley shifts into their 1-3-1. Young dribbles down in, tries to hand it. It's jumped by McCoy Harris. McCoy Harris coming down the right side and dribbles it out of bounds. And it is 8-19, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Monticello is leading this one. Team fouls 3-3.
I like Valley's effort on defense. We've seen them been able to force turnovers on Monticello, but they're not able to convert on the offensive end when they're moving in transition.
It looks like to me the Valley may have just moved into a 1-2-2. Monticello's going to go 4 out, 1 in against it, and they get tagged as Hunter Barrick comes out trying to make a closeout on Young, and, well, he leveled him. We got a timeout by Coach Kais for Monticello. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be
this state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Association, Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. As Valley gets the steal and comes down the floor, McCoy Harris from 18. It goes off. Johnny and Sharon battle for it. Goes out of bounds.
A little bit of a rushed look that time by McCoy. Still a good look. It'll be interesting to see if they're looking to fasten the pace up to see if that gets them a better opportunity to get open shots.
Valley goes 1-4 low, kicks out up on top to Bonham, and it goes off, but Brett Heaton gathers it back up, and then Ewert's there to take it from him. Just kind of slips in from behind. Young's going to bring the ball up the middle of the floor. McCoy matches up with him, catches him. Ball hits down the corner into Atwood. Back up to Young on the top. Atwood flashes high post. Chased up there by Heaton. Valley working in their zone defense. Back down in the court by Ewert for three. Off. Brett Heaton gets it, kicks it up to McCoy. McCoy's got numbers, but he's going to back it off and go to the left. Dumps it into Brett. And here comes the trailer, Johnny. Beautiful trailer and finish. Nice pass by Brett Heaton.
Great job that time in transition, finding the open man on the cutter, especially on that back cut, and that time Johnny able to take advantage for his fourth point of the game.
Valley morphing a little bit. 1-2-2 zone as they get the ball down to Atwood on the left block. He shoots a fader. McCoy Harris goes up and gathers up. All Valley Buffaloes in there for that rebound. 10-19, Monticello's up. Johnny Cox gets another diagonal pass from McCoy, and it just rims out there from the left side. Barrick's going to gather up the offensive rebound, dump it into Heaton. Heaton kicks it out to Bonham. Bonham for three from the left side, and it is off. Young gets bumped by Johnny, and he goes down. Johnny Cox going to pick up a foul as Young had gone up and gathered the ball up, just a little off balance.
Yeah, although Valley's still not scoring at a high clip, I'm starting to like the shots a little bit more. They seem to be more open. They're starting to pass the rock, and they're getting good looks. They're just got to wait for them to fall.
That's Johnny Cox's first foul. Valley has 5 team fouls. Monticello 3. Dump it into Ewert. Johnny walls up on him. Brett comes in from the behind. They've got him out. Brett on the corner. And Sharon goes baseline. Brett comes in from behind. Johnny goes in the front. Let's see who they end up calling the foul on. And that one's going to be on Johnny Cox. So that'll be his second foul, picking up 2 quick here in the second quarter. And Cooper Chamberlain is going to come in for Tyler Bonham. Valley's going to work 2-3 zone, baseline out of bounds. They all face the ball. Monticello pops out the right side. Ewart up on the wing. Cooper puts a lot of ball pressure on, and they seal the corner 4-3, and that's Young that knocks it down. Nice baseline out of bounds. Patience to seal that zone in. Knock that down.
Yeah, another Bryce Canyon City 3 that time by Young, his second of the game.
And Barrick has it down the corner. Ewart chases the ball. Ball pressure's been good by Monticello so far. Johnny sets the screen on the top of the zone and then rolls to the left block. Cooper skips to Barrick. Barrick for 3, and it is off to the left. McCoy gets a touch on it, and he gets the rebound back thanks to Johnny tipping it to him. McCoy up, and it is off, and Atwood will clean that one up.
He shot that from behind the backboard and kind of did like a little bit of an under scoop, and it hit, like it went on top of the rim. Pretty impressive shot, just didn't go down.
And Sharon gets the ball down the right side. He's like that baseline drive misses. Johnny got him stopped. McCoy gets the rebound. Tipped to him there by Barrick, and he's going to bring it down the right side.
Let's see what Valley can set up right here.
Monticello still running that same 2-3 zone. It's worked well for him. They front. Heaton. Atwood was fronting him. They throw it up over the top. The help is way late. And Heaton gets an easy 2 points to make it 12-22 with 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Monticello with the lead. Valley comes up, still working that 1-2-2, and the backside's wide open. Sharon doesn't step in, gets the catch, and he travels.
You know, back to that last Valley offensive possession, that's such a tough pass to get over the front side of the defense back inside. But a great pass that time, and Heaton was able to finish. And let's see if they can start to own that part of the court a little bit more to try and get back in this.
Spencer Brothers Feed love supporting their Buffaloes. Go get some feed from those guys. They do it right. Johnny Cox up the top, comes down into the drop zone, kicks it out to Barrick. Barrick on the left side there to Cooper. Cooper's deep back on the wing. Got some ball pressure from McDonald. Cooper goes ahead and pushes it into McDonald and kicks it over to Barrick for 3. It's short, and McCoy Harris gathers it up. McCoy's been working the offensive glass well. Cooper takes a look and travels. They have started to watch if their foot is going to move. They're calling the travel there, so they catch him again.
Yeah, Cooper's got a few turnovers early in this half, and that's tough to see because, again, I think Valley's starting to get such good looks, and now they're getting them from the perimeter, but there just seems to be a lid on that basket that's not allowing him to get back in this game.
Tyler Bonham comes in for Hunter Barrick. Valley's still going to work in a 1-2-2 zone. Ewart's going to catch the ball here on the left wing. Move it up top to Young. Young steps into the free throw line, takes 15-footer. It's off, and here comes Tyler Bonham bringing it back down the floor. Brett Heaton gets to the right block. McCoy takes a look at him, goes in, gets a 15-footer, and it's off, and Sharon gathers it up. Going to give that to Young. Young's going to walk it up the floor. Ewart's going to make sure he walks it. And they get it over to Ewart, to Young. Nice little look against the zone there. But Johnny Cox come up with the rebound as the miss.
Once again, Young shot, a wide open look.
Tyler Bonham kicks over to Cooper. Cooper's there on the right wing. Kicks down to McCoy. Cooper back. Right side shot 3, miss. Johnny with the catch, and he's going to get fouled. And that will put Johnny, well, he'll go baseline out of bounds. That's only a 4th team foul by the Buckaroos. Buckaroos been working this 2-3 baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, but if you're Valley, you just got to keep shooting. I know it's not going in, but especially if guys like Heaton and company down low are still getting rebounds for you, just keep fighting, and I think the physicality will allow you to start getting back in this deficit.
Curtis Bunker checks in the game. Valley runs out of a stack out of that baseline out of bounds. Nothing happening. They have to kick it out the safety valve. With 30 seconds left to go, there's a 2-second difference on the shot clock. They got it in the right corner. Cooper Chamberlain flashes high post. Johnny had taken all the attention. Got a look, but it goes out. And here comes Young. He's going to have the last possession of the game as Coach Kais makes the call with 14 seconds left to go. Valley's going to work in the 1-2-2 zone. And Monticello's going to go 1-3-1 with a high ball screen. Young comes off it, 5 seconds left to go, and there goes Sharon on the baseline. Heaton walls up, gets him. Cooper gathers the ball up, and Monticello's not able to get a shot off, and that will end our half, as this has been state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon and Mid-Utah Sports Radio Network and 1aball.com.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Bren Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there. East Zion Experiences in Orderville, Utah offers top quality slot canyon tours, rappelling tours, canyoneering, Jeep tours, UTV guided tours, Zion Canyon Narrows gear rental. Check us out at EastZionExperiences.com. Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we mend it now. All right.
Welcome out to the SUU halftime report. Nate, we've had a first half. It went fast. Nobody got in the bonus. What did you see out of the two teams, out of the Buckaroos and out of the Buffaloes?
Yeah, well, in terms of fouls, fairly clean game, but I thought overall Monticello just came out firing with a much bigger effort on both sides of the ball, and we saw they're able to put up a ton of defensive schemes that were working really well for them early on. It put them up in a huge lead. Valley, meanwhile, saw themselves go down, but then we saw them just work a bunch of different things on defense. We saw the 1-3-1. We saw 2-3. They were trying to push Monticello to make tougher shots, get tougher looks, and it seemed to work, but they could just never get things going on the offensive end. Luckily, in the second quarter, they were getting better looks, but still, they just weren't dropping. But I think right now the difference maker for me has to be Easton Young for Monticello. Early on, first quarter, he's able to drop 9 points, and then another Bryce Canyon City 3 in the second quarter to get him up to 12 for the half. But there's only 3 guys that are in the scoring column for Valley. McCoy Harris has 2, Johnny Cox has 4, and Brett Heaton has 6. And I think you have to attribute Brett Heaton's 6 points to how he's been able to control the paint, especially what they did later in that second quarter. You saw him getting after, especially when they were missing those open looks. He's getting offensive boards, trying to get second chance points. So for me, I think looking at that first half, the difference has to be the ball just has to go through the hoop. I think the scheme was there for the most part in the second quarter, but I just think we got to see the ball actually go in for them to kind of come back.
And as they've moved and been able to shift that 2-3 zone, you see some of those openings come up. They've got it down into the post. They've had some backside opportunities and just not able to completely commit on those. And I appreciate those stats, Nate. This has been your halftime report from Southern Utah University. Ready to soar with SUU, and check out at suu.edu. And this is State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and aball.com.
Somebody shut the door!
The Gifts from Grady Foundation Charity Poker Run will be held April 22nd. For registration rules and regulations, go to giftsfromgrady.com. Raising awareness about organ donation, one tiny donor at a time, in honor of Grady Boy.
The Ranch at Wild Rose specializes in destination weddings, events, and large group vacation stays located in southern Utah. This exclusive mountain treasure with our 6,000 square foot lodge, complete with our industrial chef's kitchen and gorgeous outdoor space. Dates are filling up fast for 2023, so don't delay.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Save with their weekly specials and be sure to check out their digital ads. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, go to Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese. Celebrating 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball, providing quality concrete to Garfield, Kane, Wayne, and Paiute counties. The mudders at Garfield Ready Mix are the best of the best.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve the students and parents in Kane County. For information, go to kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance, the Kane County School District.
Lime Excavating wishes the Valley Buffaloes the best in the postseason. Lime Excavation can help you with all your excavation needs. Give Darwin a call, 435-691-2782. He digs it. Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah High School athletics. No matter where life leads you as a Valley Buffalo, always remember that all roads lead home to the town of Orderville. Wishing the Buffaloes success in the tournaments.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it, as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all the truck drivers that make our communities better. We wish all teams success.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce, with the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at rubysin.com.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Chrome in the Canyon, Mule Sale on 1aball.com. Welcome. You came in late, Mid-Utah radio listeners. Monticello came out defensively extremely strong, able to get some buckets going early, and they've got this 12 to 22 point lead to the Monticello Buckaroos. We've got Nate Thatcher here with me on the side. Appreciate him on the color helping us out here, and we will come back to start our second half here at Richfield High School. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
SUU is located within a 5-hour drive of more than 20 national parks and monuments, which is why SUU is trademarked the University of the Parks. SUU's incredible location and connection to the outdoors is ultimately what brought me to campus. My professors are great at teaching us concepts and connecting them to the real world. At SUU, we literally have the world's best backyard. Come see it yourselves.
TOL Tactical is the ultimate shooting experience with high adrenaline fun, perfect for beginners or experienced shooters. This unique firearm experience will include basic firearm safety, gun range etiquette, how to hold and shoot a firearm, both handguns and rifles, and training on firearm use. Book your adventure today at eastsideadventures.com.
You're with a team of researchers from the University of Utah, studying the effects of climate change in our environment. You're using this thing called a thermal cycler to take some readings. Then you think, wait.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join an on-campus living and learning group. It's a fresh take on the freshman experience. Only at the U.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
This is state championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com. McCoy Harris hit a little 14-footer. Nate, what do you think a couple keys to this second half will be for each team?
So for Monticello, I think you keep up defensive intensity, but I think if I'm the coach, I want to really spread and kind of do different schemes, mess them up a little bit. That's what got you the lead in the first half. If I'm Valley, like I said during the halftime report, you kind of want to just keep doing what you're doing and take open looks and just make sure that they fall. You got to hit your shots.
Ball comes over here left side, Cooper Chamberlain. Johnny's double team down inside. McCoy gets it in the corner, and it is off. Brett Heaton chases it down, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. So there will be a foul called here on Monticello. And that is Easton Young, and that's his second foul. First team foul here in the second half. Monticello came back out in their 2-3 zone. Take a look, see what the Buffaloes can do to move the ball against it. Cooper gets it on the right side. Brett Heaton sizing up on the block. Here comes the double team from Ura. He's able to wrap around Atwood, but the help side comes in from Sharon. He gets his own rebound, kicks it back out. Ball reversal around, and it is Cooper Chamberlain is blocked by Young right there.
It was a good idea to pass the ball, but Cooper didn't see two defenders just coming straight at him, and it was an easy block for Monticello.
Valley working in a 1-2-2 zone. And hit flashing Sharon. It goes off of his shoulder right to McCoy Harris. McCoy Harris is able to come up the right side. Go over to Tyler Bonham. Bonham over to Cooper on the left side. Back to Bonham on the right side. Swing it back over to McCoy Harris on the left wing. Brett Heaton for corner three, and it is good. Big timely bucket to bring the score to 17-22. Monticello holding a 5-point lead.
Yeah, that Bryce Canyon City 3 was just because they were able to sink the defense, and Heaton was able to get a nice, good open shot on the wing. That's exactly what they want to get back in this game.
Ball moving from Monticello over to the right side. Easton Young for three. It's off, and McCoy Harris gets another rebound, and that's going to be over the back on McDonald. J.D. McDonald comes in a little bit too hard, and they don't call it on McDonald. I think they called that on Sharon. That'll be a second foul on Sharon.
I like the intensity so far from Valley getting back into this. They've already cut the deficit down to 5.
So Cooper Chamberlain brings the ball up, hits it over the right wing over to Tyler. Tyler back over to Cooper, down into the corner to Brett Heaton. Johnny sizing up, double teamed. Skip pass to Bonham. Bonham works his way down, back, gets the catch. A little give and play and catch. Brett Heaton with a big rebound. We got another foul on Young as they have called quick 3 fouls on Monticello.
Brett Heaton just seems to be in the right place at the right time, but I'm also really liking what they're doing offensively, pushing that defense in, especially the wing defender on the 2-3 zone, and then doing quick passes out on the perimeter to get good looks at 3.
Valley goes into the picket fence against the 2-3 and cannot get anything. 5-second call, so a big turnover on the baseline as they had a chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. Now we're going to move the ball back down the floor. Easton Young is going to come up against this 1-2-2. We got a timeout by Coach Kais. And this is state championship basketball brought to you by Fab Rats, family-friendly YouTube and Sports KSL Sports, and Mid-Utah Sports Network and 1aball.com.
White Mountain Trading Post is your one-stop shop for all your travel needs. Centrally located between Zion, Bryce, and the Grand Canyon, and on your way to Lake Powell. Serving travelers for over 60 years, we offer clean restrooms, snacks, a gas station, a gift shop, and a Subway. Wishing all teams success in the postseason.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
For over 100 years, Bear River Mutual has been insuring Utah families for less. For home, auto, or property insurance, contact Yardley Insurance Agency in Panguitch for a quote. Bear River Mutual, ensuring the best drivers and most responsible homeowners.
This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon City and Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Monticello calls the timeout and comes down into Atwood. Atwood gets blocked by Johnny Cox and is out of bounds on Monticello. Nate, why do you figure Coach Kai's called that timeout?
Well, I really think they're just trying to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit. As we said, they were up 10 going into halftime, and Valley's already cut that deficit down to 5. I think they're just trying to slow the tempo down and try and extend that lead back to what it once was.
Valley gets the ball over on the right side. McCoy Harris up to Cooper Chamberlain, who puts it over on the pro lane on the right side there. Brett Heaton dump pass into Johnny. Johnny gets double teamed, kicks it out to Tyler Bonham for 3, and it is air ball, and McCoy Harris cannot chase that one down. It'll be Monticello's ball. Monticello will bring the ball up against Cooper Chamberlain's going to come up, put a little bit of ball pressure on. Score is 17-22. 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. So Easton Young brings up the right side, and Cooper Chamberlain just digs into him and uses his hands to basically look like push him. And he heads to the ground, so that will be Cooper Chamberlain's second foul. You go to Stephen Wade Auto Group, loving to support the Buffaloes. Terry's Food and Drug, always cheering on the Buffaloes. And Monticello gets the ball to the right wing, off down to the corner to Atwood. Atwood to the skip pass to Young. Young for 3, and it is short. And Brett Heaton goes up above everybody and gathers it up. And they've got either Atwood or McDonald for a foul. Going to give it to J.D. McDonald as he reached in. Brett Heaton did an excellent job getting up there and getting that.
I'm just at the point where I'm not even surprised that Heaton's grabbing rebounds on both sides of the ball. He just seems to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and he's able to get his team opportunities on both sides.
So Cooper Chamberlain brings the ball down the floor to the right side. McCoy brings an overload, and the overload, they skip it over to Brett, and Brett misses the 3. Here comes Easton Young up in transition. They do have some numbers, but not able to get it up into him as Easton Young kicks the ball down on the post, but Johnny Cox jumps it. Sharon throws it in bounds, trying to shoe shine, but not happening. Cooper Chamberlain takes it all on his own. A little fake kick out for 3. And that was missed right there. Bodie Cox comes in, and he sees it from the corner and lets it fly. And it was missed. Monticello's going to get the ball out of the corner as it went out of bounds. Here comes Young. He makes a call as the pressure comes up just a little bit right there. Ewart over on the left side. Johnny Cox is going to come around and front Atwood. Young Sharon down into the drop zone, but it gets blocked. Atwood goes back up and in, misses. Johnny Cox comes down and cleans that one up. The Thunderbird Resort and Valley High School proud to support their Buffaloes. And there goes Cooper Chamberlain all the way down through, and the officials got him for a carry. He got down in that drop zone and was heading towards the rack. Couldn't quite get it.
Cooper's got quite the amount of turnovers in this game, but overall I think he's pushing well in transition. They just got to make sure once they get past half court, they don't turn it over so they can take advantage of trying to keep cutting into this lead.
Valley working in 1-2-2 zone. Ewart up on the right wing, down inside to Atwood. And it is stolen. Valley did a great job of swarming the ball. Cooper Chamberlain coming up the right side. McCoy Harris gathers it over here to the left side, back over to Cooper on the right side. Bodie Cox for another 3, and that is an air ball. And it is out, and Monticello will get it and bring it back this way. So the zone of Monticello, they've stayed in the 2-3 zone all half, able to force deeper shots. That one stepping back, foot behind the three-point line. And here comes Cooper Chamberlain, putting a little ball pressure on. Young races up to the left side, crosses over into the junction, and he misses the 15-footer, but Sharon there to gather it back up and put it in.
Yeah, great job by Sharon. Once again, Young's only taking looks that he likes, that work. He doesn't really have any defenders in front of him. Misses the shot, but way to go by Sharon to be able to take it back for the first points for Monticello in the second half.
McCoy Harris flashes high and back out and back in the high post, gets the catch, and Bodie Cox for another 3, and this one drops. As McCoy Harris gets the catch on the nail, Everybody drops into him. He kicks it out, and Bodie's shot true this time.
2 Bryce Canyon City threes now for Valley here in the third quarter, and now they've brought the deficit down to 4.
Valley's zone comes up a little high. Ewart gets the catch and kicks it over to McDonald for 3. Bryce Canyon City 3 right there like you called, Nate. And the rebound, Valley. So we've got a 20-24 game with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go with Monticello having the lead. McCoy Harris finds it for 3, and it is good. It is a 1-point game, 23-24. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Monticello has the ball to bring it up the floor as Valley's found the Bryce Canyon City 3-point line, and Young matches it from deep, and he goes for 3, just in transition, just pulled up and knocked that one down.
It just turned into bombs away here in the third quarter. I think that's 4th total threes now by both squads here.
Brett Heaton diving in there, comes close. McCoy Harris skip over to Cooper. Cooper takes a look at it. He's got Ewart up on him. Johnny sizes up in the post. They don't like it. Brett takes a look. Johnny gets double teamed. Bodie, he's going for 3 again. And that one's off the back iron. Ewart goes up and gets the rebound. Had a little help from Sharon. Bryce Canyon City 3-point was quiet in the first half, but they've got rolling here in the second half. It is 23-27 after that last 3-pointer by Young. Nice little dump pass off the short corner. Sharon came out of the short corner beautifully, but just enough defense to make him come short. And out ahead, Bodie Cox, and he comes and puts it off the front of the rim. Nothing having. Had a bad angle there on the left side. And Young goes down, kind of an inadvertent line trip.
I think he tripped on himself right there, but Bodie shot 5 shots now and only made 1.
And so Young comes and chucks one at it. It's off the backboard, and McDonald goes down. The floor's gotten a little slip here for Monticello as they've turned it over right there. Have a little communication. Warren Spencer's going to come in for Bodie Cox.
Looks like Curtis Bunker's coming in for Monticello as well.
Give Atwood just a minute's break. And you got 23-27, 55 seconds left to go, so you got 20-second difference on the shot clock. As Cooper Chamberlain comes up the left side and hits Warren on the wing. Warren looks at it, finds Johnny with the lob. The help comes well from Bunker, and Johnny Cox loses that one. J.D. McDonald picks it up.
Another beautiful backside pass, but they turned it over.
You got a 5-second difference here on the shot clock. As Young comes up, Ewart slashes the high post, and he is blocked by Brett Heaton. Cooper Chamberlain up to Brett Heaton. Brett Heaton takes a dribble, head fake, 2-minute finish, but he's blocked by Ewart, and Young picks it up, and then Ewart gets tagged, and he will be fouled.
Only the second foul by Valley here in the second half, but Monticello now still holding on to a 4-point lead after Valley was able to push it to within 1.
Chase Cox is going to come in and give Brett Heaton a blow right here with 24 seconds left to go. Give him just an extra breather as we come into the quarter break. Monticello's going to have the ball, no shot clock. See how Coach Kais wants it. Looks like Valley's going to run a 1-2-2. They're going to put a high screen on it. Ewart early. Young comes off it to the right side. Kicks it back up on top to Ewart. 14 seconds left to go. 13 seconds left to go. Ewart from 15 misses. It is rebounded by Monticello, but they got together and goes out of bounds. 9.7 seconds left to go. Monticello takes it out. Valley's got the ball, and it looks like McCoy's going to take it out of bounds. Cooper's going to get the ball. Monticello's going to lift up with a little bit of token pressure from Young as they kick it back to McCoy Harris, and he's going to come down the right side. He's going to have JD and gets a heck of a screen from Cooper. And Cooper gets ran over, and they're going to call that a foul on McDonald as he went through the screen. So they're going to have a sideline out of bounds. 4 seconds left to go. A lot of time for a sideline out of bounds. Atwood's going to check back in the game.
That was a good play drop before the foul, pushing it to the wing to try and get an open look with just the single screen. But McDonald pushes through, and now they got to do another inbound play.
Monticello in 2-3 zone. Cooper gets it over to McCoy. McCoy's got a little daylight over Ewart, and it's an air ball. Warren had it and put it back in, but it's too late. He actually missed the put back in. This is state championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Whether your group is 2 or 16, Zion's Family Homes has you covered. With 8 homes to choose from, we have the home for you. If you are coming to Orderville for a team event, let us provide housing for the whole team and save you some money. Zion's Family Homes, Betty and Jeremy Chamberlain.
This is state championship basketball brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese on Thive.live. Let's play some Fab Rats trivia. Fab Rats is an entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. This game's question: what is Paul's favorite Chevy body style? If you're able to get the answer right, make sure to email it to uhsslive@gmail.com. That is uhsslive@gmail.com for your chance to win a limited edition free Fab Rats t-shirt from the broadcast booth at the SVC.
I almost answered it for you, but
a free
t-shirt. Love what Paul and Michelle are doing there with Fab Rats. So
yeah.
Nate, hey, coming out of the quarter break, we got 3-point Bryce Canyon City 3-point line going a little bit there in the third quarter. What do you think the key is for both these teams as we just have a 2-possession game here?
Yeah, I think luckily for Valley, those shots were able to drop like I was mentioning at halftime, but I think we need to see them start to get back into the paint. That's good they're getting open looks from deep. Let's see if they can push it down to the 2-point range.
And here comes Bunker, and he wraps around Johnny, and it looks like they're going to call foul on Johnny Cox as Bunker got a wing drive, slot drive down in there, and as he wraps around, he's able to draw that foul, and that'll be the third foul on Johnny Cox. So you've got the 2-3 zone defense. Wrap around, Young kicks out the right wing, gets the catch. Ewart sizes back up. He just comes directly in. They kindly spaced away from him, got the catch. Kick it back out to Young. He takes a fader, going left, and it drops. 2 points for Young.
That's the first contested jumper I've seen Young take and make. Great job that time by the starting point guard.
23-29 is your score with 7:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. Monticello has led the whole game. Johnny Cox gets catch, get a double team by Ewart. Skip pass from Cooper to Brett Heaton for 3, and it is good. Beautiful skip pass. Love drawing the double team, kick out for that skip.
4 of the 5 field goal makes for Valley here in the second half are Bryce Canyon City threes.
Knocking them down. They've got it down to a 3-point game. Ewart comes out on the right side and gets that catch. Bunker on the left wing. Young back up on top. Gets his feet and drives down. Bonham pushes him out, and he knocks one down from 15. Tough shot.
2 consecutive possessions down the floor, and Young has just decided to take it on this defense and make some tough J's.
26-31. Monticello has the lead. They are still in their 2-3 zone, been there all game. Johnny sizes up on the left block. Brett Heaton in the corner. And it swings back down to McCoy Harris on the wing. He's got some space, and he knocks down a Bryce Canyon City 3. Big-time 3. Closing that within 1 possession. 2-point game. Coach Hoyt making an adjustment, switching his zone sides, bringing McCoy Harris over to the strong side, Tyler Bonham over to the weak side. Cooper's going to pick up the ball, and Young just brings it straight down as Barrick was on the high post. Ewart kicks it over to the left wing. Bunker's going to go at the rim, wrap around, miss. But Atwood's there. He kicks it up, it's short, and Brett Heaton comes down with the big board, able to close that off after the second shot.
Yeah, let's see what they come with down here. The last few possessions, the 2-3 zone. It's quick passes on the perimeter that have allowed wide open shots on the wings.
29-31. Brett Heaton's got the skip from Cooper on the corner, but Young able to gather that one up as it's a little bit slow. He was able to close down and knock it out of bounds. So Monticello stayed zone, baseline out of bounds the whole game. Looks like they'll stay that way. Valley's going to go 4 across the bottom, so 1-4 low. Johnny's on the ball side. Brett's going to come off ball, get the catch, and kick it over to Bonham on the left wing. Cooper's got it back down to Brett. Brett skips it to McCoy. Over to the right side is Cooper. Cooper takes a dribble and sizes up. Tyler takes a side dribble or 2. McCoy gets the catch. He's in the corner, head fake, and he goes up with it. And it is Bryce Canyon City 3 again as he knocks down to give the Valley Buffaloes the first lead of the game.
That stat I mentioned earlier has even increased more. 6 of their 7 field goals are Bryce Canyon City threes.
Johnny Cox comes out and picks him up there on the left side. That's Sharon. Young's going to go down the right side, and he's going to get stopped, double teamed there. Ewart comes, picks it up, kicks it up top to Bunker. Bunker gets the catch, takes it over. On the right side is Young. He's taking a look. Coach Kais has got him a little bit settled down. It's going deep in the shot clock, though. We got 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and tough shot by Young, and it goes hard. He's going left with the fader and knocks it down and takes the lead back by 1.
Young's deciding to take this game into his hands. Tough jumpers, all 3 of them makes in the fourth.
Defense a little slow, dropping down. McCoy Harris up for 3, and Johnny Cox comes in to get the offensive rebound, and it looks like they're going to call foul on Monticello as we have that on Sharon. Sharon's going to get a foul. That's 16 fouls now, so Valley will be in the bonus here on out. That's 3 fouls on Sharon. Atwood's going to get another break as they bring McDonald back in the game, play on the top of that zone, drop Bunker down in side on that 2-3. They got Cooper Chamberlain going to catch the ball on the left side to McCoy. McCoy back to Cooper. looking at Johnny. They front Johnny. They fronted him all night. They slow to front there, but the ball goes into him, and it's a jump ball. Well, maybe not. Yeah, they got to it. So they got a jump ball as both teams dropping down on that. Pass dove in. The front was coming late. Nice pass, quick and in, but on the catch, it gets knocked loose. So they go there. The refs have a little conversation. And Coach Hoyt, he has a conversation with the official. They decide that it is going jump ball, so it's going to be Valley ball, baseline out of bounds. They're going to go box set. Going to have Johnny ball side, Brett off ball. They're going to screen up and then drop down in. That screen up gets McCoy the ball. Brett heating up the top. Over to left to Cooper for 3, and it's off to the right. Bryce Canyon City 3 is off to the right. McCoy gets the offensive rebound and is off as he gets blocked by Ewart. Ewart dumps it off to Young. Young looks at the numbers. Beautiful draw on the defense and had it. Bunker couldn't catch the hot pass.
It was a 3v2 opportunity in transition. He draws the guard in. Beautiful bounce pass to his man on the baseline, but he bobbles it, and it's another turnover.
Valley 32, Monticello 33 with 4:17 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We got state championship basketball going on. And here comes Tyler Bonham over to McCoy. Harris uses a little head fake. Back over to Cooper. Chamberlain on the right side. Johnny's sizing up, and they are fronting and backing. They get a lob over the top to Johnny, and good. As they move the ball down to the lower corner, the bottom of the zone has to go out. When that has to come, they lose the front and back. Beautiful use of the lob. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, 1aball.com.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site, and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal. Their diesel repair is located in Orderville, Utah. Need that oil changed or that engine tuned up? Give Tyler a call for all of your service and repair needs. Wishing the Buffaloes the best in the postseason.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Larry H. Miller Summer Games and 1aball.com. Young's going to bring the ball up top against the 1-2-2 zone of Valleys. Is 34-33, and Ewart for 3, and it is off, but it's air ball by I lost his name. Barrick. Is that right? Bunker. There we go. Bunker gathers up the offensive rebound from the offside and puts it in. Valley's going to come back down. McCoy Harris from deep, and it is good as he's found a rhythm. It is 37-35. Valley Buffaloes with the lead. McCoy Harris reaching up and knocking that one down.
That's 3 Bryce Canyon City three-pointers here in the fourth quarter alone.
3:21 left, and Young takes a little kick back. Johnny defends him well. Sharon with another rebound. Kicks it out to Young, and that will put us at a shot clock of 30 seconds with 3 minutes left to go. 37-35, Valley Buffaloes with the lead. Young back into the junction. Ewart dribbles in the same spot, kicks it back out against this zone. And there goes Young splitting the defense, and he goes down. Valley able to go in, and they don't get it saved. And so it'll be Monticello ball on the baseline out of bounds.
As we take this quick break, we want to let everyone know we do have a winner for the Fab Rats trivia for this game. The winner is Callan Adams. The answer was square body for Paul's favorite Chevy body style. So make sure to pick up your free t-shirt at the SVC.
Monticello out of the baseline, out of bounds, ran a little walking action, but then Ewart steps back in. They get him a catch, and he misses it. Bryce Zion Campground, Maxwell Construction, and Snow College all here supporting the Buffaloes. Cooper Chamberlain dumps it into the high post to Bonham. Bonham kicks it back out to McCoy. Bonham gets the catch on the left wing. McCoy, he's been on fire. Dumps it in the high post to Cooper. Cooper uses a head fake to Johnny. He sets the defense by kicking out to McCoy, who's been on fire. That shifts him off at Johnny, and then he finds him. That was a beautiful pass by Cooper Chamberlain. Young for a deep 3, and it is off, and Johnny gathers up the board. 39-35 with 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Buffaloes have the lead, and Cooper Chamberlain for 3, and it is off. And McDonald goes and saves it to Sharon. Sharon doing a good job coming to get the ball. McDonald slow getting back up after saving that. Ewart looks at it, doesn't like it. Young does from 3. And the Bryce Canyon City three-point line comes short for Monticello there, and they've got an over the back.
Yeah, now Monticello has some time to set up the half-court offense. Let's see what they come up with here. Now they're down 4 with under 2 minutes to go. time to see kind of what their scheme is. We know Easton Young has been a hot hand early, but maybe someone else has to step up right here.
Coach Kais wants a timeout. This is 1A Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
If you've ever visited Bryce Canyon National Park, you know that it's nothing short of magical. Recognizing the need to protect such a place, the Bryce Canyon Association was created more than 60 years ago to help provide funding for the park. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a national treasure, we invite you to be a part of the Bryce Canyon Association by making a donation, be it small or large. Together, we ensure that Bryce Canyon National Park stays magical.
Color Country Outfitters, based in Alton, Utah, with first-class accommodations in our spacious rustic lodge and world-class mule deer. We've been hunting the famed Paunsaunt unit for over 25 years. Check us out at colorcountryoutfitters.com.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Ruby's Inn on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Hey, Nate, we got Coach Kais calling a timeout. What are you seeing?
I think a lot of the Valley guys are going to be looking at Easton Young for a shot here. That's why I think they should be looking towards 13 Tommy Sheridan and 20 Landon Ewart. Those are the guys that got good cutting baskets early, and they got good physicality and bodies. They can make it happen.
Here comes McDonald off the handoff, comes to the right side, down in the corner for Young, like you called it, and it's for three, and it's off. And Valley Buffalo's boxing out extremely well. Cooper Chamberlain gets it, kicks it up to Brett Heaton up ahead on the left side, left-handed layup, and good. In transition bucket, 41-35 are the Buffaloes. It's 1:37 left to go in the game, and here comes Young down the right side. Picked up by Tyler Bonham and Brett Heaton. Johnny raises up, and it is short on the miss. Atwood saves it off the shoes of the Buffaloes, and it'll be baseline and bounce. Coach Hoyt wants it off of the extra foot bouncing out. As you guys could take a look and make your own call on the replay, but the officials are giving this one to Monticello as Sharon checks back in for Bunker.
Yeah, the bounce was a little bit questionable. It could have hit the front end of the baseline, but, I mean, from my perspective, I could definitely see how it might be off of Monticello.
Official comes down and explains to Coach Hoyt what he saw. And here comes the baseline out of bounds. A 1-4 low. They kick up. Atwood ties the size in. Young gets it to catch in the corner. Nothing doing as Valley defended it well. Ewart for three. Bryce Canyon City, no good for that. And here comes Johnny with the rebound up to Brett Heaton. He gathers himself and kicks it to Cooper Chamberlain. And Monticello's going to stay. They're going to put a little ball pressure in this 2-3 zone. Coach Kais makes the adjustment there, being down 41-35 with 1 minute left to go and 19 seconds left on the shot clock. McCoy Claris from the left side. It goes up against Atwood, and it rims out. But he will get the opportunity to go to Ace Hardware Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
McCoy Harris only had 2 points there in the first half. And now in the fourth quarter alone, he has 9 with a chance here at the free throw line to go into double digits.
Been fun to watch him get going. He's such a good shooter and has been for a lot of years for the Buffaloes. As he reaches up from that Legacy Ace Hardware and knocks down this first one. That's just the second foul on Atwood, but he's going to come out for a minute. And Bunker's going to come back in the game for the Buckaroos. And so you got McCoy Harris, one last shot here from Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, and he knocks that one down. McCoy Harris, like you talked about, really getting going here in the second half. 43-35. Valley starting to stretch this one out a little bit. And we're off to the right side from McDonald. Kicks it back up to Young. Brett Heaton's got him. That length is hard for him to deal with. It's short from three, but McCoy Harris can't hang on to it. Sharon takes it from him. McCoy comes back and gets this one a little stronger. Cooper's got it on the right side. 39 seconds left to go with 43-35. Kicks it up to Brett Heaton. He's all alone on the left side, but he can't get to follow. He's concerned that he might have gone fouled and kicked up by Young. McDonald gets it on the left side. Back to Young for three, and it is short. McDonald's going to gather that one up. Back to Young. Young's going to get triple teamed, and it's back up to McDonald with 18 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's Ewart for three. Bryce Canyon City three-point line is good for him, and Coach Kais wants a timeout with 13 seconds left to go. 43-38. It is a 5-point game, 2 possessions with 13 seconds left to go. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, 1aball.com.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
East Zion Experiences in Orderville, Utah offers top quality slot canyon tours, rappelling tours, canyoneering, Jeep tours, UTV guided tours, Zion Canyon Narrows gear rental. Check us out at eastzionexperiences.com.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazers Family Market in Kanab. Save with their weekly specials and be sure to check out their digital ads for guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the University of Utah. Team Highfield Live and KTTA 8.1. And Monticello gets a quick foul over there on the sideline as Coach Kais called the timeout after the make with 13 seconds left to go. Gets his guys in a full court pressure situation, able to get that foul on the sideline to send McCoy Harris back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line where he just dropped two in. J.D. McDonald's going to get his fifth foul, and he's going to sit down after a tough fought game.
Yeah, this is the last guy Monticello probably wanted to send to the free throw line. Let's see what he can make of it right here with 11.8 to go. Valley
doing a good job getting the ball into his hands, so he's the one that gets fouled. And he's got the first of 1-1 knocked down from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. So you got 11.8 seconds left to go. You got enough time to get down here. You got to just get a basket. You don't need a three. You just got to get a basket, whichever one comes open for you. McCoy gets it, knocks it down. Legacy Ace Hardware. Coach Owen Hoyt would like a timeout here. This is state championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Lime Excavating wishes the Valley Buffaloes the best in the postseason. Lime Excavation can help you with all your excavation needs. Give Darwin a call, 435-691-2782. He digs it. No matter where life leads you as a Valley Buffalo, always remember that all roads lead home to the town of Orderville. Wishing the Buffaloes success in the tournaments.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it, as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Penguins Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Penguins Main Street from 8 to 10:30. Saturday, the show will be at the Penguin City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all the truck drivers that make our communities better. We wish all teams success.
This is state championship basketball brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show and Penguich and 1aball.com. Coach Hoyt, what's the timeout? What do you see coming out of that timeout, Nate?
I think you just got to set up a good scheme, make sure that you don't prevent any, obviously, perimeter looks and quick looks.
Here comes Young down the right side. He's going to go from a spike line three, and it's short. Ewart with the rebound with 5 seconds left to go. He shoots a fader three, and it's good from the Bryce City Canyon free throw line, and Coach Kais with the timeout. He's talking about what time the clock was. They're going to go there. It's 45-41 is your score with 1.3 seconds left to go. And this is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
TOL Tactical is the ultimate shooting experience, high adrenaline fun, perfect for beginners or experienced shooters. This unique firearm experience will include basic firearm safety, gun range etiquette, how to hold and shoot a firearm, both handguns and rifles, and training on firearm use. Book your adventure today at eastsideventures.com.
Welcome back to state championship basketball here at Richfield High School. Valley with the lead, 45. Monticello 41 with 1.3 seconds left to go. Valley has the ball. They put everybody at the half-court line. Bring McCoy Harris up to the ball. Monticello will just allow them to do that. Valley High School, the Thunderbird Resort, Terry's Food and Drug, Stephen Wade Auto Group, the Spencer Brothers, Feed, Southern Utah Title, love the Buffaloes and what they were able to accomplish in that comeback. We will be back with your Ruby's Inn post-game report and highlights from Ruby's Inn, hosting visitors in Bryce Canyon for over 100 years.
White Mountain Trading Post is your one-stop shop for all your travel needs. Centrally located between Zion, Bryce, and the Grand Canyon, and on your way to Lake Powell. Serving travelers for over 60 years, we offer clean restrooms, snacks, a gas station, a gift shop, and a Subway. Wishing all teams success in the postseason.
SUU is located within a 5-hour drive of more than 20 national parks and monuments, which is why SUU is trademarked the University of the Parks. SUU's incredible location and connection to the outdoors is ultimately what brought me to campus. My professors are great at teaching us concepts and connecting them to the real world. At SUU, we literally have the world's best backyard. Come see it yourselves.
Welcome out to the Ruby's Inn post-game report and highlights. Ruby's Inn has been hosting visitors to Bryce Canyon for over 100 years. We had a dandy ball game, Nate. That was a fun one to be able to call between the Buffaloes and Buckaroos.
Yeah, I thought early on it might not have looked like it was going to be a game, but I think it was a great job by the Valley side of the ball being able to change their scheme up and do what they wanted to do. And we saw that in the second quarter. The shots weren't able to drop. But, man, Valley in the second half, especially McCoy Harris, was able to get it going from deep, and they ended up getting the win.
Able to get the Bryce Canyon City three-point line going for them. And once they got that, you could see the momentum start to shift. And Monticello not able to hold it off as Valley was able to take the lead. They changed back and forth a few times throughout the game. And then Valley able to capitalize and start stretching it out.
Yeah, and I think overall, looking at like the individual stats, I have to give a shout out. I think Easton Young played a great game for Monticello tonight. I think start to finish, he seemed to control the tempo for what they were trying to do. Got some contested looks in that fourth quarter when things were back and forth, but shots didn't really drop from when they were trying to get back in as they were losing the game and maybe trying to get back into it. But obviously McCoy Harris and Brett Heaton were probably the difference makers in tonight's game for Valley as they were able to get back into the game and then take control of it in the second half.
Really nice to see the Buffaloes starting to be able to shift that double team off down inside and then take advantage of that as they got the zone stretched from the three-point line. That was big for their offense. Their defense was stable all game long. They only gave them 43 points.
Yeah.
And so their defense was good. It was just they had to find a way to get that offense going.
Yeah.
Once they got that up and running, then they were able to tear that loose. So this has been the Ruby's Inn post-game report. Ruby's Inn, your gateway to Bryce Canyon National Park.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
Whether your group is 2 or 16, Zion's Family Homes has you covered. With 8 homes to choose from, we have the home for you. If you are coming to Orderville for a team event, let us provide housing for the whole team and save you some money. Zion's Family Homes, Betty and Jeremy Chamberlain.
Welcome back to the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. We'd like to invite you to look at Utah High School Sportscast Facebook page. They put the highlights of all these games on there after every day. So definitely go take that at the Facebook Utah High School Sportscast Facebook. I don't know much about Facebook. There we go. So hey Nate, more importantly, we got a player of the game to give out. It's the BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. Who do you have?
I think it obviously has to be McCoy Harris. And if you asked me at halftime if I would have chosen him, I obviously would have said no because he only had 2 points. But then in the third and especially the fourth quarter, he turns it on, turns 2 points into 20. I just think like you were mentioning in the post-game report, they were able to stretch out that 2-3 zone, pump it inside, but then kick it back out to the perimeter. And McCoy Harris just started to go lights out. You finish it with 20 points. You go 18 points in the second half. And off of that, you're getting 13 points in the fourth quarter alone. McCoy just had an absolutely fantastic game to be able to get the win today for Valley.
Love what he did on that offensive side, like you described it there, and then his rebounding was consistent all game long.
Yeah.
Played the left side of that zone, a lot of it. He used that to go get those rebounds and did an excellent job for the Buffaloes to helped lead them to this win.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and it's a great team win, but you have to give a shout out to number 1 for the Buffaloes.
He did an excellent job. He's done an excellent job for the Buffaloes for a lot of years. Look forward to watching him tomorrow and the next couple days here for the Valley Buffaloes. It's been a great night. Good ball game to finish the first day off. Love that. Appreciate doing this game with you, Nate. And we appreciate our producer over there, Dave Tabbs, Cray Shakespeare on the camera. And this is Dustin Shakespeare. Appreciate you again, Nate.
Thank you. It was glad to be here. It's such a fun game to finish out the night on.
All right. This has been 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.